Hello, my name is Ray Markey, and I'm tech support. President Tom Petrollo asked me to set you up with Raphael.
Okay,
this is a GoToMeeting session, so you'll be able to see Raphael here. And then this is the desktop. You can log in. Raphael will be able to see everything that you're doing here.
Okay.
I'll be over to the side if you need any help. Good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Mr. Soltero, how's it going?
Buenos días, ¿cómo está?
Oh, bien, bien. ¿Y tú?
Bien, muy bien. Muchas gracias por verme hoy.
Ok, gracias. ¿Tú hablas inglés?
¿Me hablas español?
No? Okay. So,
Well, no worries. I guess I'll practice with that.
okay. Yo hablo un pequeño español, no muy bien though.
No worries.
Okay. So anyway, I'm really excited to put a face to the name and the man behind the operation, and really looking forward to talking to you today.
Good.
So anyway, I also really look forward to the potential opportunity to come down and work with you in Cuba as well. It just sounds like an exciting opportunity. I'm just very excited for this whole process.
Okay.
So moving forward, what is the time frame for our meeting today? Is it about 20 minutes?
It'll go about 20 minutes. That works.
Great. So what I'd like to do is just confirm some information that Nikki Garza told me, as well as ask you a few questions just to get to know more about you and your day-to-day operations down in Cuba. Does that sound fair?
It does.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to that agenda at all?
No?
Okay, great. So first, starting off, what I do on a daily basis is I meet with salons, just like yourself, resorts, and I really see how Neil TSP and the salon biz can bring value to your organization. And by the end of today's meeting, I'd really like to secure a spot coming down there, getting to show more about the software to you as well. Also, by the end of this meeting, I will send you an email regarding any documentation that was said, a follow-up email. Make sure that everything is clear between us and everything is understood between us as well.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Great. So what is the timetable for implementation and implementing a CRM software?
As soon as possible, actually, maybe you could help me on a little more. Actually, it's fantastic. We can do that sooner than later.
Okay, so sooner than later. Great. And what does the decision process look like for implementing the SalonBiz software? Are you the sole person involved?
You're looking at it.
Okay, great. That's exciting. So, can you confirm with me just some information that Nikki told me based on our meeting before?
Sure, ask me.
Sure. How many stylists are currently in the Malia Vardera Resort?
Here we have a staff of 30 people,
Of how many?
20 to 30 people.
20 to 30 people? Great.
And varies between stylists, masseuses, people who specialize in nails, so front end is
Absolutely. And if you don't mind me asking, what sort of what does the average client spend on a visit to the Malia Vardera salon?
anywhere from 100.
Okay. So you sound like you're generating quite some good revenue from these customers.
You can do better.
You can do better, absolutely. What you're seeing about $100? How many clients does a stylist see on a weekly basis?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How many clients does a stylist or service provider from your salon see on a weekly basis?
Probably see 5 or 6 in
Okay.
so about 20 to 30 gets done.
Wow. Great. And would you say that you're operating at full capacity then for the stylists that you do have and the service providers you do have?
For the stylists, yes, could on more styling.
Okay. So you're looking to expand moving forward.
Absolutely, that's
Absolutely. That sounds great. So, Mr. Soltero, what keeps you up at night when you run, in terms of running your salon?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What keeps you up at night in regards to running your salon? Is there any big issue that you see on a daily basis down there?
I think that if I were able to spend my time focusing focusing on growing the business and expanding first, manage the stock and revenue report, trying to figure out what in regards to who's not selling, people who's not taking that time away from growing the business and keeping up at night.
Absolutely. And so to me, it sounds like your time is very important. Would you say that that's a good assessment?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So you said it sounds like you're spending your time on, tracking inventory and doing things that potentially could be automated. What sort of systems do you currently have in place in terms of appointment booking? If you wouldn't mind describing that to me.
What we have for booking is obviously we have the call on paper.
Right.
Ideally, what we have help manage prevent any trouble. Moving forward with the project.
Right. So you're keeping track of it all on paper, it sounds like. Have you ever had an issue?
Sorry?
You're keeping track of it on paper is what I'm hearing?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had an issue with either overbooking or underbooking or a lack of communication in terms of writing it down on paper?
Double booking is an issue where you come in and stylist busy.
Okay. And how does that affect your business when a client walks in and they see and their stylist is too busy or their service provider is too busy to take care of them?
Well, not, but sometimes they other just go out to us pretty business.
I'm sorry to hear that. And so you would say that's having a negative effect on your business?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I'm sorry to hear that. Next, I do have some notes down from Nikki, the conversation with Nikki Garza as well. In terms of tracking guest info and marketing, what are your current efforts?
In regards to marketing, we have not heavily involved. We are on it.
Okay. Absolutely. And do you feel like this marketing effort is getting the right people in the door?
I think it helps.
Okay.
But being able to be different markets, people who are visit you up, that's fantastic.
Absolutely. And this whole opportunity has to be very exciting for you, the new initiative that's going on.
Absolutely. Foot traffic, knowing the queue here in my resort is fantastic.
Right. And I'm excited too. Now we get Cuban cigars and I can come down and visit the Cuban resort as well. I'm looking forward to it as well. So, you do?
I will.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait for that opportunity. That's exciting. So, absolutely. Moving forward, you talked about tracking these guest information and your marketing plans, but how are you currently doing in terms of add-on sales?
That's another very, another bit up here where I physically blinking on the floor, telling what.
Right.
It would be great to have some sort of system that can keep up with what my clients are seeing, what they're doing, and what the mine.
Okay.
Lack of stock that we can bring in, what's not so much spend money on use.
Absolutely. And it sounds to me like if you can understand what these clients are looking for, it sounds like you could better service them and make some more money from them. Does that sound like a fair assessment?
Yes.
If I could show you something that could help you with that, would you be interested in learning more?
I would be.
Great. Lastly, I just want to understand some things in terms of performance tracking with your stylist. It sounds like you have a great group of employees. How are you currently tracking their performance?
That's what I needed with regards to traffic coolers, buying, have anything in place for that.
Okay. And in terms of how profitable they're remaining, do you have a system in place for that as well, or the revenues that they're generating?
For revenues, a sheet and receipts, paper receipt, it's good. I spend for doing that.
Okay, so hours. It sounds like you're spending a lot of time doing things that, again, could be automated as well. Great. So I know with the American tourist industry, you'll see a lot of credit cards. That's it happens up here. I know most businesses see about 85% credit cards run. Do you think that you have a good system in place in terms of running a credit card?
I think what we have here, we wipe the car, cards, we get bill, partition.
Okay. What?
That's work.
Right. What sort of credit card processing fees are you seeing?
I don't live right in front of him, doing things out there, but if it's important to outlet, that's
That sounds good. Well, Mr. Sotero, I definitely have I have a really good understanding about how your business operates in the conversation I just had with you, as well as the conversation I had with Ms. Garza as well. What I'm hearing is that your time is very important. It sounds like you're spending way too much time doing things that could be more automated and more simple as well. Also, this overbooking, you're potentially losing a couple clients based upon not having an efficient system in terms of appointment booking. Next, performance tracking. You really want to understand exactly who your stylists are seeing and what they're selling, and more information about the clients as well. Lastly, we could touch on some credit card measures as well. I feel like we are aligned with Chase Bank, so we can help with that. And then marketing, getting more American tourists into the door through these travel agencies as well. Is there anything I'm missing?
That's up.
Okay, great. So what I'm going to do now is actually give you a brief overview of the salon biz. What I just logged into is actually the appointment booking. Can you see that? Can I confirm with you? On your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what I have here is a made-up list of a couple customers. We have Denzel Washington and Robert De Niro, and I also have a made-up list at the top of the screen. Different stylists, people who do color, people who do facials, a masseuse as well. So as you can see, the red people are new customers. Obviously, these are people's information that you need to get a hold of. So when they come in and they book an appointment either through their travel agency or online, ensure that they put their email address and things on there so you can run a marketing campaign towards them. The blue, like Robert De Niro, is a returning customer. So he will have notes in there how he likes his haircut, what sort of products he might be interested as well, and your stylists can all make these right at the chair from their smartphone. So again, this is cloud-based, so you can access it anywhere where there's internet.
Okay.
Can you really see how this is sort of a simple overview of an appointment booking system?
Sure, this kind of, I'm sure, heard of salon software.
Yep.
Personally, so they're known, maybe a couple of other guys who run salons. This time, I heard something like, hey, what's that? Salon is a
Right.
potential for software.
Absolutely. And so what I hear you saying is that the appointment booking is very similar to these other things.
Sure, you understand how it would kind of be
Great.
basic most companies.
Mm-hmm.
What niche you have versus the competition.
Right. And that's what I'm most excited to share with you. A brief little intro about Neil TSP and Salon Biz. We translate to every single language. So I'm sure some of your stylists speak Spanish as well. Probably a lot better than my Spanish. I hate to admit it. And as well as we're in 65 different countries, and we've been in business, we've been in business for 65 years. We have 10,000 employees. So it's our service that truly separates us, as well as the metrics in here that I'm going to touch on a little bit later on.
Okay.
So instead of us booking an appointment, because you said you've already seen systems that are very similar, I'm going to get into some of the aspects that sound like you were really sounded more important to you. So right now, this is our home panel right here. As you can see, all the different options from appointment booking to a till, it's all in one. So you can understand how simple it is for you to track your sales in terms of add-ons, as well as how you can track which stylist is seeing who people, making sure their chairs are filled, and making sure they're not overbooking and overlapping appointments as well. Can you really see how this dashboard is really simple and easy to understand?
Sure.
Great. So what I'm going to go do now is click on the marketing tab. This is what sounds like it was most important to you. These travel agencies, again, and clients who visit, they can book appointments from virtually anywhere, and we do have an app where clients can book their appointments based on your availability. On top of that, your first client visits, you can now offer referrals through people. So say you have a whole client list and you separate it based on people from the United States. and you say, okay, if you refer a friend, your next visit you can get 30% off, and if that friend comes. So that way you can make sure you're getting these new tourists in, making sure that your clients that have visited have had a great experience at the Melia Varadero Resort and Salon. Do you see how this marketing effort can be useful and get you new customers in the door?
Sure.
Absolutely. So moving forward, I feel like this marketing thing could really get you those new customers. Next, I'd like to touch on performance tracking. So we're going to go to the reports measure. It sounded like this was probably the most important thing to you, as well as inventory management. It's your time that sounds like you're spending a lot on. So this is so simple to track sales right here. I just clicked on the sales tab. You can track sales by staff, sales by category, staff sales summary, and you can make sure that these stylists are pushing their products through to these customers and increasing that ticket price that you see. And if they're not meeting their margins, you can really get to the root of the problem and solve it and coach them as well, because I'm sure you do run a great salon. They're seeing 25 to 30 clients, which is almost, that's at the high end up here. So you know what you're doing down there, but we really want to drive these ticket prices as these clients come in.
Okay.
How's it all sounding so far?
Sounds good. Something that
Okay, great. And does this really differentiate from the other programs that you're seeing, these sort of aspects?
Yeah, I think you just touch on that.
Great. So now I'm going to go under staff, and this is how you can make sure that these staff are remaining profitable as well. What sort of markups do you have on your prices or on your products right now?
We're from 30%.
Right, and I'm just going to offer some of my expertise from the United States right now with these tours coming down. A very common markup up here is 50%, and then giving 10% commission to your stylist to making sure that they really push these products as well. But you're going to get that 40% in your pocket at the end of the day. They're willing to pay that number, and that's a proven statistic done by Neil TSP as well.
Okay.
And I have a lot of documentation with all this information that, again, I'll forward you an email after this webinar. Does that sound good?
Sure. I mean, it sounds like obviously tracking kind of the reports based on what market is doing. Does that sound right?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what this program is all about. Is there any concerns that you have related to the system at all?
Well, no, I just want to touch on that this is all cloud-based, right?
Absolutely.
So all this where Salon has Adams.
So are you concerned about accessibility or security? Which of those two concern you?
Neither. I'm just curious to see if you've got to move forward. Would I be able to look at some of the information for what salons are charging specific services, product, that sort of thing?
So what I hear you asking is that you want to know what the competitors are charging?
Right.
Okay. So what we can do at Neil TSP is offer you detailed information. There's nothing really in the cloud-based system, but you have my contact information. You can call me and I can give you that information. Any information you might need about the salon business, again, with all the clients that we have, we really have it all compiled in one place.
Okay.
Does that ease your concern?
So I can call you. I can ask.
Yep, exactly, and I can send you an email, or I can, if I don't know the answer, I'll get to my staff and I'll get that information and send it directly to you.
That sounds good.
That sounds good, great. Is there any reason why you wouldn't have me and Mr. Petrillo come down there for a meeting and, we can have some Cuban cigars and I can really see exactly what sort of operation you're running down there?
I haven't seen that.
Right, I'm looking forward to this so much. I can't even describe to you how excited I am. So what date works for you the best? I know I'm pretty open this next month.
These next, a little tough.
Okay.
Towards the early next month, best.
Okay, so early next month, was that? The internet kind of chopped out right there.
Early next month.
Okay, so how does December 2nd sound? Wednesday.
One second.
I can do Thursday the 3rd as well. I'll be down there. We'll probably